What scares me the most is that I'm being tasked with seemingly impossible things. Because they say, go get this conversation, make it happen, but we want to control it. And I just have to tell them, no, I'm not going to give you that tool because you're going to abuse it. So it's an interesting line to walk.
The thing that scares me the most is getting just completely flamed. If we think about launching a corporate blog or engaging with people more directly.
The thing that terrifies me is agencies who don't get it and screw up really big campaigns for really big clients, and that makes my job a lot harder.
What scares me most, other than that speaker thing, is much like Jack says, people who don't get it and claim themselves to get it and in turn screw it up for the people who really are trying to understand this thing, and cougars.
The thing that scares me is when you do generate the type of attention out there that you're wanting to generate, that sometimes there's a tendency for people to want to take that pulpit and abuse it. And it's just a very, very quick unsubscribe click to eliminate what you've done. And so the hard part is to maintain.
Networks. The thing that scares me the most is that people are used to not paying for video content, and that we have to invent new business models in order to be artistic and create things on the level that they have been created in the past.
For people and friends. But the thing that scares me the most is that they trash brands so easily, and there's a lot of brand management that goes on that my clients really don't understand.
What scares me the most is having the time and the resources to do this, because I can barely keep the web content fresh on my webpage.
What scares me most is seeing some people's antisocial tendencies that would really benefit from an editorial layer that's not there anymore.
Organization. What scares me is that we have a very deeply embedded command and control structure in our company that is sort of governed by the type of business that we are as a defense company, and there's significant pushback on it. So any change is likely to be incremental, and I need to find how to get a hold of that.
What I find scary is that PR people really, a lot of them are struggling with it. And the speed of it, again, as people have said, it moves so fast that you've hardly learned one thing that you have to learn another one while you're doing everything else. And the other thing that scares me is just expectations from clients who don't really understand the process. Like I had one recently who, they also have a traditional PR agency, and they actually sent me the traditional PR agency's rollout for the year and said, can you do one like this, please? I want to know exactly which blog you're going to talk to and when and what you're going to say and what stories you're going to put out in the next 3 weeks. And I was like, no. But it's hard because they don't understand why you can't do that. So.
You know, it's exciting that they want to talk about social media, but scary in the same respect is their expectations are definitely off skew. They think that social media is like a light switch that you could turn on and off and control, and they look at it very tactically, like, can I do a blog here? Can I send out a video? It's not part of their strategic framework. Nobody talks about it in strategic ways. I think eventually we'll get a lot more people who can talk, you know, articulately about social media that can educate these brands that, hey, you can't, if you're going to do it, you got to go full in. You can't just kind of wade into the pool and see what it's like and get back out.
Scary, especially for the people who I'm helping to manage, is that, yeah, they can say some things that sometimes are just total lies, and what do you do about that? You know, they just flat out lied. How do you handle that? So it's a give and take, and it's a very interesting field, that's for sure.
Okay. I don't know enough yet to be scared.
So, you know, I just don't know. I just think it's fun, and
I like that positive attitude.
yeah, I would hate to say what I'm scared of because I don't know enough yet.
Let's ask her when it's done.
Okay.
I'm not scared by much. I think the things that a lot of folks mention that they're scared about, actually, to me, as someone that works in this space, that's just opportunity. What concerns me are two things. The first is a lot of people can kind of claim to be kind of consultants or experts or that sort of thing, and they use all these buzzwords and this talk and this kind of stuffage. And I'm like, okay, can you just speak English and tell me what this stuff is about, you know, or, you know, tell people what this is about? The buzzwords just annoy me. And then the other thing is because it's so easy to use and it's everywhere, you've got BlackBerries, you've got laptops, and there's wireless, it has a tendency to, for people who are of weak mind, no, just kidding, it has a tendency to really take over your life if you allow it, even if you're working within corporate or if you're working in your own firm or heading up kind of that division, the social media division for your company. It has a tendency to take over your life, and it doesn't have to be that way. So that's why it concerns me. I'm a very structured, logical person, and there are ways that you can engage with social media without having it completely, you know, take over your life and you're, you know, BlackBerrying and Twittering from the shower. So, which happens.
It's a bad thing.
Sorry, Peter. Not into that.
But what scares me is that I don't understand how it all works together, and what I can tell my clients when they say, "How is this going to benefit me?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know, but you should do it." You know, so I'm just overwhelmed by it all. So that's what scares me. And